We are learning a motorcyclist has died after a crash in Hermantown just after 11 this morning. Police responded to the intersection of Miller Trunk Highway and Stebner Road to reports of a crash involving a motorcycle and a car. A 71-year-old from Hermantown was riding the motorcycle northbound on Stebner when he was hit by a car traveling westbound on Miller Trunk. The motorcyclist was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation.
Cases of bird flu are on the rise.